the peaceful panorama of Heartland is about to be profoundly shaken. For a long time, Amy Fleming had been carving out a new life for herself alongside her daughter, Lindy and Nathan, a man who had become her anchor in the aftermath of loss. Slowly but surely, she had been piecing her world back together, finding hope amidst the pain of losing Ty Borden. But nothing could have prepared her or the family for the unexpected. Ty's return is set to change everything in ways no one could have imagined. In the wake of season 18, Amy and her family were finally finding a semblance of stability. The turmoil of the past seemed to be fading, and Amy was rediscovering herself, not as a woman defined by loss, but as a mother and partner who had embraced the possibility of new beginnings. With Nathan by her side, life had become a delicate balance of joy and healing. Together, they were raising Lindy, and Amy was slowly learning to trust again. Nathan brought a sense of completeness to their lives, filling their home with laughter and light. Yet, even amidst the happiness, a subtle void lingered in Amy's heart, a gap that no amount of love or laughter could quite fill. She couldn't articulate it, but it was there, a quiet ache that refused to be ignored. And then, without warning, Ty returned. At first, his reappearance is nothing short of a shock. For Amy and the entire Heartland family, it's a moment they could never have prepared for. Seeing Ty again isn't just surprising, it's a tidal wave of emotions. He wasn't just a part of Amy's past, he was her past. He had been her heart, her steady anchor in life's storms, and his absence had left a void so profound that it shaped the very fabric of their family. Now, with Ty standing before her, alive and unchanged, that void threatens to either heal or reopen wounds long buried. His return is not just an emotional twist, it's a seismic shift that challenges everything Amy thought she knew, the life she had built with Nathan, the small but significant victories she had celebrated, the quiet moments with Lindy that felt like steps toward a brighter future. Suddenly, all of it feels fragile. Was she wrong to move on? Had she truly let go of Ty? Or had she simply buried her love for him beneath the weight of survival? And now that he's back, can she still envision a future with Nathan? Or is the pull of her past too strong to resist? As the episode unfolds, Amy is forced to confront these questions head on. Memories of her life with Ty collide with the reality she has built without him. She is caught in an emotional whirlwind, torn between the joy of moving forward and the guilt of leaving behind the man who once meant everything to her. Does she still love Ty? Is there room for him in her life again? Or has too much time passed for their connection to be revived? These questions haunt Amy, weaving a narrative rich with emotional complexity. For the Heartland family, Ty's return is more than just Amy's personal reckoning. It's a shift that ripples through their entire world. Ty wasn't just a husband and a father, he was a cornerstone of the family, a presence that grounded them all. His absence left an indelible mark on Heartland, a void in the very soul of the ranch. Now, with his return, the family must navigate the delicate balance of welcoming him back while reckoning with the changes his absence created. Jack, Tim, and the rest of the family find themselves grappling with their own emotions. Ty's return stirs up memories, joy, and pain in equal measure. It's not just about rekindling old bonds, it's about understanding how to move forward when the past refuses to stay buried. Tim and the rest of the Heartland family have spent years adjusting to life without Ty. It hasn't been an easy journey. Jack, ever the steadfast patriarch, stepped into the role of Lindy's grandfather with quiet strength, while Tim, with all his flaws, tried his best to offer stability and support. They each found ways to keep Heartland running, filling the gaps left by Ty's absence in their own imperfect ways. But now, Ty's return threatens to unravel the fragile balance they've worked so hard to maintain. The question that looms over everyone is this: how does someone who was thought to be lost forever fit back into a life that has moved on without them? For Amy, this moment is a revelation. The life she has built, a life of tentative happiness and newfound love, suddenly feels incomplete. Ty's return challenges every belief she's held about herself, her family, and what her future is meant to look like. As the episode delves deeper into these emotional complexities, it becomes clear that Ty's return isn't just an unexpected twist, it's a pivotal turning point. The world Amy thought she had rebuilt is now on the brink of transformation. The door creaks open. And for Amy, time seems to stop. Standing before her is Ty Borden, the man she once loved, the man she mourned, and the man she thought was gone forever. He looks almost the same as he did before, his presence a hauntingly familiar reminder of everything they had shared. For a moment, the air is charged with disbelief. Amy's breath catches in her throat as she stares at Ty, frozen by the flood of emotions washing over her. It's a surreal moment, one where the boundaries of reality blur. How can this be happening? How can Ty, the man she lost, now stand before her like a living ghost? Her heart is torn between disbelief and longing. She wants to reach out, to touch him and confirm that he's real, but an invisible force keeps her rooted in place. The weight of this moment is almost unbearable. It's not just about Ty's physical return, it's about everything his presence represents. When Ty left Heartland, it wasn't just Amy who suffered. His absence was a wound that left its mark on the entire family. Jack, Tim, and even the horses felt the void of his steady, grounding presence. Over time, they all adjusted, each in their own way, to a new reality without him. But now, with Ty standing before them, the past comes rushing forward, demanding to be acknowledged. For Amy, the questions are overwhelming. She's built a life without Ty, a life that includes Nathan, a man who has brought her comfort and joy. But with Ty's return, everything she thought she knew about her future is suddenly uncertain. For Ty, his return isn't just about picking up where things left off. He knows too much time has passed, and too much has changed. His journey back to Heartland wasn't an easy one. He's faced his own struggles and losses, and the road he's traveled has shaped him into someone different. But despite the doubts and fears, the pull to return to Heartland, to his family, to Amy, to the life he once knew, is stronger than anything else. Standing in front of Amy, he understands the magnitude of this moment. It's not just about him, it's about the life Amy has created in his absence, and the choices they now face together. As Amy and Ty stand facing one another, the unspoken emotions are almost palpable. Both of them are keenly aware of the weight of this moment, knowing that whatever happens next will change their lives, and the lives of everyone around them, forever. Nathan's frustration grows as Amy continues to grapple with her emotions. He watches the woman he loves wrestle with feelings she thought were long buried, and it's tearing him apart. The love they've shared feels as though it's slipping through his fingers, and the once solid foundation of their relationship now seems riddled with cracks. For Amy, the choice isn't as simple as picking between two men. It's about reconciling the person she was with Ty and the person she's become with Nathan. Ty was her first love, the man who shared her youth and her dreams. Together, they built a life that was as natural as breathing, but that life was taken from her too soon. With Nathan, Amy found stability, trust, and the courage to dream again. He helped her rebuild when she thought she couldn't, and for that, she loves him deeply. But Ty's return stirs something in Amy she can't ignore, a longing for the life they once had and the memories they shared. It's not just about love, it's about the part of her heart that has never truly let him go. As much as she wants to move forward, the pull of the past is strong, leaving her torn between two very different versions of herself. Nathan sees this struggle and feels powerless to help. He knows Amy is not the type to make decisions lightly, but the waiting is agonizing. He needs to know where he stands, whether the future they've been building together is still a possibility, or if he's fighting a losing battle. Yet, deep down, Nathan understands that Amy's connection to Ty isn't something he can simply wish away. The tension between them reaches a boiling point one evening as Nathan finally confronts Amy. His voice trembles with emotion as he asks the question he's been dreading. "Do you still love him?" Amy's eyes fill with tears. She wants to reassure Nathan, to tell him that he's the one she wants to be with, but the words won't come. How can she promise him something when she herself doesn't have the answers? "I don't know," she whispers, her voice barely audible. "I don't know what I feel right now." It's a moment of raw honesty that leaves them both shaken. For Nathan, it's a blow to his heart. But he can see the pain in Amy's eyes, the confusion, the guilt, the overwhelming weight of her emotions. He wants to be angry, but all he feels is sadness. As the days pass, the strain on their relationship grows. Amy retreats further into herself, trying to untangle her feelings for Ty while holding onto the life she's built with Nathan. She doesn't want to hurt him, but she also can't deny the emotions Ty's return has brought to the surface. Meanwhile, Ty is navigating his own challenges. His return to Heartland isn't just about rekindling old relationships, it's about finding his place in a world that has moved on without him. He sees the life Amy has built with Nathan and Lindy, and he knows he doesn't belong in that picture, not the way he once did. But Ty also can't ignore the connection he still feels with Amy. It's as if time has folded in on itself, bringing them back to the moments when they were inseparable. He doesn't want to disrupt her life, but he can't pretend his feelings for her have disappeared. As Amy stands at the crossroads of her heart, she realizes that no matter what choice she makes, someone will get hurt. If she chooses Ty, she risks shattering the life she's built with Nathan. If she chooses Nathan, she must finally let go of the man who has held a piece of her heart for so long. The weight of this decision is crushing, but Amy knows she can't avoid it forever. The future of her relationships and her family depends on her finding the courage to face her feelings head-on. Ty's unexpected return reverberates through the Heartland family, shaking the foundation of relationships and stirring emotions that many thought had been laid to rest. His presence challenges everyone to reevaluate their perspectives on love, loyalty, and forgiveness, leaving no corner of the ranch untouched. For Jack, Ty's return is both a blessing and a challenge. Ty was like a son to him, a young man who overcame adversity and proved his worth through resilience and love. Jack had watched Ty grow from a troubled youth into a devoted father and husband. Losing Ty left a void that Jack felt deeply, not just for himself, but for Amy and Lindy. Now seeing Ty again, Jack is flooded with memories of their shared past. He wants to welcome Ty back into the fold, but he's acutely aware of the upheaval it has caused. Jack's protective instincts toward Amy and Lindy kick in, but he also knows that Amy needs to find her own way through this storm. He struggles with the balance between being supportive and giving her space, all while wrestling with his own feelings about Ty's reappearance. Lou, ever the pragmatic older sister, sees the cracks forming in Amy and Nathan's relationship and feels compelled to intervene. She's witnessed how much Nathan has done for Amy and Lindy, becoming a pillar of stability in their lives. Lou values Nathan's role in their family and fears that Ty's return could undo everything Amy has built. But Lou also understands the depth of Amy's connection to Ty. She knows that Ty was Amy's first love and that his return has unearthed emotions Amy thought she had buried. Lou walks a tightrope between supporting Amy and respecting her autonomy, offering advice without overstepping. At the same time, she keeps a watchful eye on Nathan, aware of the toll this situation is taking on him. For Lindy, Ty's return is a whirlwind of emotions she's too young to fully understand. She's grown up with stories about her father, piecing together a picture of the man he was. Now that he's here, Lindy feels both joy and confusion. She loves Nathan, who has been a steady presence in her life, but she's also drawn to Ty, the father she's always longed to know. Lindy's innocent questions and unfiltered joy at having her father back create both heartwarming and heart-wrenching moments for the family. Her bond with Ty grows quickly, but it's clear that she's also struggling to navigate the dynamics between Ty, Amy, and Nathan. Ty's return doesn't just impact the immediate family, it sends ripples through the entire Heartland community. Old friends who knew Ty are thrilled to see him alive and well, but they're also wary of the complications his return brings. Caleb, in particular, finds himself torn. He's overjoyed to have his best friend back, but feels the tension between Ty and Nathan. Caleb becomes a confidant for both men, offering advice while trying to stay neutral. As the family grapples with Ty's return, the weight of the decision ultimately falls on Amy. Her love for Nathan is real, and she cherishes the life they've built together. But Ty's reappearance has forced her to confront feelings she thought she had put behind her. Amy knows that whatever choice she makes will have far-reaching consequences, not just for her, but for Nathan, Ty, Lindy, and the entire Heartland family. She's at a crossroads, torn between the life she's built and the life she once had. Through it all, the strength of the Heartland family is tested. Jack, Lou, Lindy, and even the extended family must come together to support Amy as she navigates this emotional journey. While Ty's return has shaken them, it has also reminded everyone of the unbreakable bond they share. In the end, it's not just about Amy's decision, it's about how the family weathers this storm together. Heartland has always been a place of healing and second chances, and now, more than ever, that spirit is needed to guide them through this challenging time. Ty's reappearance at Heartland is not just a reunion, it's a catalyst for change, a stirring force that shakes the very foundation of the family dynamics. His return forces everyone to confront buried emotions, unresolved conflicts, and lingering tensions, all while trying to navigate their way through a rapidly changing landscape. Each member of the Heartland family feels the impact in different ways, and the struggle to come to terms with his presence becomes a journey of healing, understanding, and ultimately, reconciliation. Caleb, always one of Ty's closest friends, is both overjoyed and apprehensive about his return. While he's thrilled to have his old friend back, he can't shake the underlying fear of what Ty's presence might mean for Amy and Nathan. Caleb has always valued loyalty and friendship, and now, caught in the middle of the emotional storm, he finds himself walking a tightrope. On one hand, he wants to support Amy through her struggle, but on the other, he feels protective of Nathan, who's grappling with his own insecurities. Caleb's role in this tangled web of emotions becomes more complicated by the day, as he tries to help both sides without making the situation worse. Tim, Amy's father, has always had a complicated relationship with Ty. Although he respects Ty as a father figure for Lindy, he's never truly embraced him as part of the family. With Ty's return, old resentments surface, and Tim finds himself wrestling with conflicting emotions. While he wants the best for his daughter, Tim can't shake the feeling that Ty's reappearance could cause more harm than good. The familiar tension between Tim and Ty creates a deep internal struggle for Tim as he searches for his place in this new chapter. Should he welcome Ty back, or should he protect Amy from what he perceives as an unnecessary complication? For Georgie, Ty's return is a painful reminder of the past, a past she's tried so hard to move on from. She's seen the depth of Amy and Ty's relationship and how it shaped Amy's life. And now, with Ty back, Georgie is forced to confront her own unresolved feelings. While she wants to be supportive of Amy, she can't help but feel the weight of the past pulling her back. Georgie fears that Ty's presence will disrupt Amy's newfound peace, and she worries about the emotional toll it will take on her sister. Her inner battle reflects the broader tension within the family as old wounds are reopened and painful memories resurface. Jade, a newer addition to the Heartland family, is still learning about its dynamics. Her fresh perspective allows her to observe the situation with a sense of clarity that others may not have. She sees the love and history between Amy and Ty, but she also feels the weight of the future and the necessity for the family to move forward. Jade recognizes the potential for healing and growth, but she knows it can only happen if everyone is willing to embrace change. Her role in this new chapter is one of understanding and perspective, offering a unique viewpoint that looks toward the future while respecting the past. Ty's return acts as a magnifying glass, revealing the cracks in the Heartland family's foundation that have long been ignored. As family members are forced to confront their emotions, old wounds are reopened and relationships are tested. Some members of the family will find reconciliation, coming together to heal and gain a deeper understanding of one another. Others, however, may be pushed further apart, as the weight of the past becomes too much to bear. Despite the challenges, the strength of the Heartland family's bond is undeniable. They may be fractured, but they are not broken. The journey toward healing will be long and difficult, but it's one they must navigate together. Ty's return signifies the beginning of a new chapter for the Heartland family, one that will reshape the dynamics in ways no one could have anticipated. While his reappearance brings back a flood of emotions, it also opens the door to new possibilities for growth, forgiveness, and new beginnings. The family will face these challenges with resilience, knowing that their love and loyalty to one another will ultimately see them through. In the end, Ty's return is not just about reconnection, it's about the transformation of a family and the acknowledgement that while the past will always shape them, it is the future they must look toward with hope and determination. Ty's return to Heartland stirs the deep-rooted emotions and unresolved issues that have lingered for years. What once seemed like a clear future for Amy, Nathan, and the rest of the family now lies shrouded in uncertainty. This emotional upheaval brings not only turmoil, but also the possibility of growth, self-discovery, and tough decisions. Each person stands at their own crossroads, having to navigate the complex waters of the past and present and decide which path forward holds the greatest promise for their future. For Amy, the stakes are highest, as the weight of the past and the future bear down on her with no easy answers. For Amy, the decision she faces is heartbreaking. She is caught between two worlds: the man she once loved, Ty, and the man who has stood by her side, Nathan. Both men hold pieces of her heart, but the future with each is vastly different. Ty represents the past, a love that shaped her and a bond that, despite the years and distance, still lingers deep within her. Nathan represents the present and future, the man who has been her rock, the one who has helped her heal and rebuild her life after immense loss. As Amy stands at this emotional crossroads, she realizes that no matter which way she chooses, there will be consequences. Not only for her, but for Lindy, Nathan, and everyone who loves her. Her heart aches for the love she once had with Ty, but it is also deeply rooted in the life she's built with Nathan. Choosing between the past and the present, between two loves, feels like an impossible task. Amy has always put others' needs before her own, and now she must decide which path will allow her to continue growing and healing. She must confront the reality that no matter her choice, part of her heart will always belong to both Ty and Nathan, but the decision will determine how she moves forward in life. Nathan, too, faces a difficult journey. His love for Amy is unwavering, and he has supported her through thick and thin. Yet, with Ty's return, the foundation of their relationship is shaken. Nathan's insecurities begin to surface, and he's forced to confront the reality that the love he thought was solid may not be as stable as he believed. The emotional turmoil he experiences is compounded by the fact that Amy's heart seems divided, and Nathan's fear of losing her to Ty becomes all too real. Nathan's internal battle is not just about love. It's about finding his place in a relationship that feels threatened by the past. Can he continue to fight for a future with Amy, knowing the emotional turmoil it will bring? Or does he step back and give her the space to make her own choice? Nathan knows that love is about trust and respect, but he also knows that in order for their relationship to thrive, Amy must be fully committed. With his own fears bubbling to the surface, Nathan must decide if he's willing to continue fighting for a future with Amy, or if he'll walk away, letting her find her way on her own. For Ty, his return to Heartland is fraught with both hope and regret. The emotional pain of being away from Amy, Lindy, and the people he loves is something he will never fully shake. He longs to rekindle the relationship he once shared with Amy, but he also knows that life has moved on without him. The family Amy has built with Nathan is real, and Ty must respect that. His first instinct is to fight for Amy, to win back the love they once shared. But deep down, Ty knows that the situation is more complex than he imagined. Ty's return is not just about rekindling an old romance. It's about redemption, growth, and accepting the consequences of his past choices. He's come back to Heartland not only seeking a second chance with Amy, but also to make peace with his past and find forgiveness, not just from Amy, but from himself. His journey is one of self-discovery, as he realizes that he may have the chance to reclaim what he lost, but that doesn't mean it's the right thing for Amy, Lindy, or even himself. The road ahead is filled with challenges, but it also offers Ty a chance to reconcile with his past and move forward in a healthier way. The rest of the Heartland family is not untouched by Ty's return. Jack, Lou, Tim, and the others each play crucial roles in supporting Amy, Nathan, and Ty as they navigate this emotional storm. Jack, who has always seen Ty as a son, is torn between his love for his granddaughter Lindy and his desire to welcome Ty back into the family. Lou, ever the protector, sees the cracks forming in Amy and Nathan's relationship and feels compelled to step in and guide her, while Tim struggles with his own unresolved feelings of resentment toward Ty. The entire family is forced to confront their own emotional baggage as they witness the turmoil Amy and Nathan experience. Each of them must find a way to support Amy in her decision, while also grappling with the impact Ty's return has on their own lives. The challenges may test the strength of their bonds, but in the end, it will be their collective love and support that helps guide Amy, Nathan, and Ty toward the difficult decisions that lie ahead. Ty's return to Heartland is more than just a reunion. It's a turning point for the entire family. The past may never fully fade, but it is the future that holds the promise of growth, healing, and transformation. The choices Amy, Nathan, and Ty make will shape not only their fates, but the fate of the entire family. Their journey will be one of forgiveness, resilience, and love as they face the challenges ahead together. Heartland is a place of healing and growth, but that doesn't mean it is immune to life's hardships. Ty's return is a reminder that the past never truly disappears. It lingers, waiting for the right moment to reemerge. But it also offers the opportunity for renewal, second chances, and a chance for the family to come together once more. The future may be uncertain, but one thing is clear. The journey forward will be one of transformation, forgiveness, and the unbreakable bonds of family.